keeping your home comfortable doesn't have to be wasting energy or money. We're at home with Bud Anderson to learn how insulation, airflow, filter changes, and smart thermostats can help your HVAC system run more efficiently. Check it out. Cooling, heating, plumbing, and electrical. One call does it all. We're at home with Bud Anderson. Let's go learn more. We're here with John. He is the HVAC expert. Hey, thanks for having us out, man. We always love and learn so much from Bud Anderson, so thanks for having us here.
Yeah, no problem.
So you're the HVAC expert. When people think about HVAC and maybe home efficiency, what's the first thing they should focus on?
Yeah, so good question. There's two things that really come to my mind. I think right off the bat, insulation. You know, the insulation in your attic is huge. A lot of people just don't take many trips into their attic, so they don't really know what that looks like. So having an HVAC professional, you know, go in and take a look at that. And I'd say number two, you know, airflow is huge. Airflow is huge with these systems. So even thinking about home filtration.
Okay.
Yeah.
And to that end, maybe talk to me about duct work, right? That's a place where people also don't venture into why we need to hire the experts. Talk to me about that and how that can help us with efficiency.
Sure, yeah, something I tell people pretty much every day is it really doesn't matter what size system you have in your house. Your ductwork is one of the most vital things. If you're not pulling in and circulating back into the house the airflow that your system actually needs to be moving, you're just not going to have that efficiency and that comfort you need. So making sure things are sized correctly as well.
Yeah, that's really important. And talk about just the cleanliness of an HVAC. They can get dirty, right? Which is something that I wouldn't have even thought about before we started this interview, but that's probably a common problem that you see. And how do you go about cleaning it out?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, so of course, just having routine maintenance done on an air conditioner, even, you know, a gas furnace, air conditioner, it doesn't matter. Your whole HVAC system, there are so many components that need to be routinely checked for air quality purposes, also mechanically, but you know, your duct system, just making sure about every 8 to 10 years we're getting the duct systems cleaned. Things like your blower motor and your evaporator coil are things that should be checked out and cleaned if they need to be.
You know, our family recently, I feel like we upgraded because we got a smart thermostat.
Right.
And I feel like everybody else did it 10 years ago. But we're finally there. But they can really help with home energy efficiency. Am I right? Maybe talk to me about the benefits of that and how that works.
No, I love the newer smart thermostats. They have, you know, eco settings on them most of the time, so it, you know, it allows your system to run, you know, efficiently. It allows everything to remain comfortable, but it's also not like a single stage basic thermostat that just runs that thing until it's done. You have some energy savings that it. You know,
and one of the things I've learned too is that, like when we're at home, we have it on a different setting, and when we're away, we have it on a different setting, right? So it's not running all of the time, and I think that can pay dividends when you think about the efficiency. Is that something that you guys offer?
Yeah, sure. You know, and I tell people too, there's a middle ground with a lot of these things. There's a middle ground you want to meet with your filtration. There's a middle ground you want to meet with your temperature setting. You don't want it too high, you don't want it too low, to of course add that strain and that wear and tear. But yeah, finding that sweet spot, whether you're away from home or whether you're home, you know, wanting to be the most comfortable, there's always a good ground, and that's something you know, a professional can really walk you through for sure.
What are some maybe things that homeowners can keep top of mind right now that might help them with their HVAC so they don't have to replace the whole system before it's time?
Oh, of course, yeah. So as I hinted at earlier, airflow is key with these systems. So being on top of those filter changes, not only that, but you know, here's something that's not talked about very often, but getting a filter that's not too restrictive, but also one that's not allowing too much to go through. So somewhere in that middle ground, you know, that's one of the main things, because if you can help airflow, you know, the system runs efficiently, we have less wear and tear, so airflow is huge. But of course, even in the coils outside, making sure they're cleaned up and you've got good airflow out there. Those are two things I think that a homeowner could stay on top of pretty easily.
Remind our viewers right now, how often should we be changing out our filters?
Yeah, so normally between 2 and 3 months. A lot of it depends on the environment and just how quickly it's getting blocked up, but you know, 2 to 3 months is a good rule of thumb.
Yeah. And it's important for us to have you all out regularly appreciate checking our systems
Sure.
also. This has been a great interview because you've given us some reasons to kind of keep you away, like stuff we can
Exactly,
manage
yeah.
on our own, but also it's going to come a moment when we need to have you out.
Sure.
What's the best way that we can do that? Reach out through
Yeah.
the website, give you a call, what would you say?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a mechanical system that we're working with. So of course, parts are always have that likelihood to start that beginning process of failure. So giving us a call, call Bud Anderson, have us come out, just do either a yearly tune-up, one tune-up a year for your air conditioners. Pretty typical to get it clean, to check those mechanical parts, and just make sure things are running smoothly.
Yeah, absolutely. John, thanks for having us out again. Thanks for filling us in on all the things we can do to save some money and to make sure we're staying cool or hot, depending on the
that's right.
season. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, stick around. More Good Day coming up right after this.